Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Hello, and welcome back to our next lesson of IELTS Vocab Trainer. The lesson today will be on movies. Before we begin, let's look back at the previous 8 lessons we have covered so far. It can be quite overwhelming to study so much vocabulary, and I know it's difficult to remember all the new words, but remembering all of them shouldn't be your aim. After repeat viewings of these lessons, if you can use just some of the vocabulary in the IELTS writing and speaking modules, and recognise some of these words and phrases in the reading and listening modules, then you will boost your chances of getting an overall higher bound score in the IELTS exam. The practice of pronunciation can also help you get to at least a 6.0 in the category of pronunciation in the speaking module. It can even boost your chances in the fluency category as well, as long as you can use the right word in the right situation or context without getting stuck mid-sentence while searching for the right word. For those of you that aren't taking the IELTS exam, or you plan to in the future, this course will definitely assist you in improving your general English and academic English as well. And just listening to me talk a lot will help you too. Alright, time to explore the exciting topic of movies or film. Now, just imagine you are in a cinema or movie theatre. You are sitting down waiting for the movie to begin. What can you see around you? Can you describe the room you are in? Let's begin with some simple everyday vocabulary for inside a cinema. Here is seating, seating. Rows, rows. And aisles, aisles. A cinema room will have rows of seats and aisles with steps. Aisles can lead you up to your row. You can also find aisles in a supermarket and on a plane. A nice cinema will have, of course, a large screen. Large screen. A great surround sound system. Surround sound system. And lighting. Lighting. Okay, now to learn some everyday vocabulary, but for describing movies. We can describe movies as 1. Good fun. Used to describe a movie that is enjoyable. 2. Slow. Boring. 3. Predictable. Predictable. You can predict or know what will happen. 4. Suspenseful. Suspenseful. Excitement at not knowing what is going to happen. You can also use the idiom edge of your seat, which is the same meaning as suspenseful. If you are kept on the edge of your seat, it's like you are sitting right on the edge of your seat because the movie is so suspenseful. 5. Moving. Moving. Producing strong emotions, often sadness. It is a positive word. Are there any movies which come to mind that you've seen recently that were moving? 6. Violent. Violent. Includes lots of scenes with fighting and death. What are your views on violent movies? You may have a question like this in IELTS, so keep that in mind. Something stronger than the adjective moving is 7. Powerful. Powerful has a big effect on our emotions. Powerful movies are the ones you may never forget. 8. Gripping. Gripping. Exciting and very interesting. Gripping movies will hold your interest all the way through. And lastly, 9. Absorbing. Absorbing. Something so entertaining that you have to give it all of your attention. The adjective absorbing is similar to gripping, but even stronger. An absorbing movie means you are lost in the film and you don't look away the whole time. You can also use this word for books that you can't put down, and also for music. Now let's continue building up our everyday vocabulary on movies. Say these sentences after me and try to follow my speed and pronunciation. 1. Plays are performed on stage while films are shown on a screen. Plays are performed on stage while films are shown on a screen. 2. Foreign language films can either be shown with subtitles or they are dubbed. Subtitles are a translation across the bottom of the screen. Let's say subtitles. Subtitles. While dubbed means the English is removed and replaced by actors speaking in another language. Let's say dubbed. Dubbed. Now follow me one more time saying this sentence. Foreign language films can either be shown with subtitles or they are dubbed. 3. When people talk a lot about films, they often talk about the director and the stars. Say after me. Director and stars. Now follow me again with this sentence. When people talk about films, they often talk about the director and the stars. 4. Films are set in many different periods and places. Repeat after me. Periods and places. Films are set means they take place. And again, let's say the full sentence. Films are set in many different periods and places. 5. Great films should have a brilliant cast with an excellent plot and some fantastic dialogue. Cast and dialogue. Cast means all the actors and actresses in a film. Plot is the story, while dialogue is all the conversations that takes place. Now, follow me again with this sentence. Great films should have a brilliant cast with an excellent plot and dialogue. And finally, 6. Some films use special effects instead of having people do the stunts. Special effects are all the effects that are usually made on a computer. Let's say, special effects. Stunts are actions displaying spectacular skill and daring that are done by some actors themselves. For example, Jackie Chan is famous for that. But they usually have a stunt person performing the stunts for them. And let's say, stunts. Great. One more time now. Stunts. Some films use special effects instead of having people do the stunts. Now, here is another question. What is your all-time favourite movie? Or what movie would you like to see over and over again? If you get a question in part 2 of the speaking module where you have to describe your favourite movie, which is common, think about how you would describe the plot, the characters, and your overall impression of the movie. You could use a lot of the vocabulary that we have gone through already in the lesson to make your answer more descriptive and interesting to listen to. Now, let's listen to 2 people discussing their opinion of a film in the cinema. Listen to all the vocabulary they use and also their overall pronunciation.
So, what did you think of the movie, Jen?
I thought it was all right. I'm not a big fan of war movies, but this one seemed realistic and interesting. How about you? What did you think?
I thought it was brilliant. To me, it was more than just a war movie. It was complex and profound.
Really? I agree it was interesting, but profound? I don't know about that. I mean, it was okay, but still, it is a war movie. I'd rather see a movie that has more of a story.
But I think this movie did have a very good story about human nature, not just about war.
Really? Human nature?
So many of the characters in the movie thought that the war was terrible, and they kept trying to avoid fighting. I thought the way they talked about it was so poetic. It was brilliant and moving.
I guess so. But there were so many sad scenes, and so many people died. I think I was in the mood for an exciting movie today.
I see what you mean. I thought the movie was outstanding, but it was heavy. Let's go.
Have you ever heard of a movie described as profound, poetic, brilliant, outstanding, heavy? The two girls used words such as this to describe the war film. Profound means intense and deep. Poetic is having imagination and a sensitive emotional style. Brilliant and outstanding are both very positive words, and they mean excellent. Let's say these words again. Brilliant. Outstanding. And the meaning of heavy is serious and very emotional. Great! You've improved your vocabulary and pronunciation on the topic of movies, and now we have reached the end of this lesson of IELTS Vocab Trainer. See you soon for the next one. Bye!